Welcome everybody to the TeenSpace podcast, a teen commentary where we talk about interests, whether they're mutual or personal. I'm here. I'm your host Caesar, and I'm joined by my co-host Jacob.
Yeah, hi.
How are you doing, Jacob?
Great. I'm not a teen. Not no more.
You're still a teen by heart, so we'll.
I'm still a teen by heart. Yes. All right. What are we talking about today?
Oh, today I actually want to know kind of what travel locations you're interested in going to, or places you've been, rather.
Places I've been. Okay. So, I love traveling. So I've been all around the United States, obviously. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Australia, Fiji, Belgium, France, Spain, Czech Republic, Germany, Austria.
I actually want to know something because you mentioned it just now. In Belgium, I heard that the chocolate is really good in Belgium.
Oh my God.
Could you kind of give me a glimpse of what it's like over there?
Belgian chocolate is the best. I have never tasted such a good chocolate ever in my life.
If you had to compare, if you had to give an honest opinion, is there any competition out there?
So far, no. I think maybe if I go to a different country known for their chocolate, there would be competition, but Belgium has taken it for me.
Because from what I know, I think it was Sweden that they love chocolate. They love chocolate. They it's like a import. Like they import chocolate from everywhere, and they love it there.
Well, they import it, so that's different. I mean, we can import chocolate here too, but
we won't.
They have the International Museum of Chocolate in Belgium.
Yeah, that's a whole new level of chocolate that I can't relate to.
Specifically, I went to Brussels, so that's the capital, and there was like just little shops everywhere, chocolate. So many, I don't know what you call them, but chocolatiers maybe.
We'll just call it the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory incarnate.
For real, there was so much, and their fruits. There was like farmers markets there as well, and one of the best moments was I had these raspberries that were they were huge. They're like that big. You can't even see that.
Wow, they're about the size of like
the size of $1 coin. No, not $1 coin. 50-cent coin.
Yeah, like a $50 coin.
And so eating those, and they were so sweet with the chocolate. It was the best.
Yeah, there's actually one place, and I asked you about this off camera, or off the recording. I actually asked you about Spain because I was very interested in going to Spain myself. Two reasons being because I am a supporter of a soccer club or football club, as we like to be politically correct here. A team called Atletico Madrid, which is the fierce rivals of Real Madrid. And I also want to be able to witness the Spanish dancers there because I've heard they're very famous for their passion. And I would actually like to know your experiences of how it was like in Spain.
I don't watch soccer.
But how was your experience? How was your experience in Spain?
So, I had no soccer experiences, but my experience in Spain was very nice. It was right after I came from Paris, and I missed my flight to Spain because of
that's unfortunate.
The World Cup.
Oh, the World Cup.
So I had to buy a new ticket. That was very aggravating. Anyway, I got there, and I went to Barcelona, and Barcelona is huge. And I got this hotel probably like 30 miles away from the city center, which was a huge mistake because I don't have a car there. So I immediately got a new hotel just right downtown. And I went to a few places. I went to Parc Güell, which was really incredible. The architecture there is very obscure. I've never seen anything like that before. It's difficult to describe, but it almost looks like everything's made out of mud and carved out of mud.
So it looks very very old, kind of traditional building material.
Kind of, and there's also these houses towards the front. They look like gingerbread houses. They're really awesome.
That would be amazing just to go up. That would be.
There's tiling everywhere, and it's so beautiful, and there's so much hiking.
So it's an exercise in of itself.
It is. It's a huge park, and it's not one of these parks where you go and there's no lawn.
So it's much more vast.
It's huge, and it's trails. There's pathways.
Wow.
That's the kind of park it is, and it overlooks all of Barcelona. I also went to the basilica there, the Sagrada Familia, which was nice, but it was closed when I went.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, actually, no. There was just too many people who actually already bought tickets to go in, so I didn't get to go in.
Oh, that's really bad.
But I did get to see it, and it is so tall. It is the largest. It's the tallest basilica in the world right now. You could see it from Park Güell just because of how tall the spires are.
You did mention it earlier. You did mention it earlier when we were talking about Spain, that your flight had gotten delayed because you were in Paris because it was rated because of the World Cup.
Yeah, they won some match. I don't know what.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that
I don't
match.
know if it was semifinals.
No, it was the final. It was the final. It was Croatia versus France.
And they won, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they won.
Have you ever been to the cathedral?
Which one?
I'm
Notre
not
Dame?
sure. Yes, I believe Notre Dame.
I went to Notre Dame.
Yeah. So I recently heard about
Oh,
this.
is it a cathedral, not a basilica? I don't even know.
I don't know for sure, but did you hear about the news of Notre Dame?
Yes, I did.
I don't know too much about it other than what I've heard from. It's not even going to be historic. I don't even know if it's historically accurate. But when I was growing up, I saw The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I know about a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's a movie, it can be very skewed. But But because of that, I know of the events, especially when they were posted out on the internet. I really do feel for those who kind of had to witness that, and for the people who were kind of victims to that. And I wanted to know did you go to the Notre Dame yourself?
I did. I went inside, and I spent a lot of time there. It's much smaller in person. It is not large.
Yeah, it's something.
It's on an island, and it is really gothic and kind of scary looking, I suppose. Obviously, it's
kind of gives a menacing feel to it.
Yeah, out of all the other churches or cathedrals, whatever you want to call them, out of all of them that I saw, this one was the darkest and gloomiest with the most craziest architecture.
I probably would be very terrified going in there myself.
It was very beautiful, and I would suggest everybody should go see it. But there was a big line to get in. I waited probably like an hour just to go in, so I stayed there for an hour. That's one of my rules. If I have to wait in line, I'm going to stay there
For quite a
typically
while.
as long as I took to wait for it.
Yeah, because that's something I also have a thing with, considering it's also a thing I experience with my family. If we're gonna wait in line, if we're gonna spend an hour to wait in line and we're halfway there, why go through the trouble of going in line in the first place just so you could walk out? I'd rather just stick in it.
Yeah, there's so many pieces of art in there, and the stained glass windows are amazing, and it takes time to appreciate all those little details. You probably will never go back. So take the time to see it.
Probably.
And then
not.
also, obviously, after the fire, lots of things have been lost. So you will never get the chance to see it again.
Yeah, I probably cannot. I wouldn't be able to begin to understand the loss and historical loss, as well as the loss of. I believe there were some lives that were taken from the fire. I cannot even begin to fathom how much. I don't know for sure.
I have no idea.
I have no idea as well. All I know is that there was a glimpse of it on social media one day, and I just kind of found out about it, but I didn't look into it. But all I know is that my condolences to those who had undergone such a tragedy, and our hearts go out to them.
Yes. They will rebuild that cathedral. It's been, it's gone through many different tragedies, and it took 900 years to build, and it's just going to continue.
Yeah, it's gonna bounce back one way or the other. We're human. We're gonna find a way to get through this together, whether through the easy or the rough, we'll get through it. Before we finish off, I wanted to visit a place in Italy. I wanted to go visit the Venice canals, and you did say something along the lines that it was a tourist trap, and I wanted you to clarify.
I think it's probably going to be a tourist trap. I have not been, but out of all the places that I've gone to, the tourists outnumber the people who live there. Okay, when I went to Paris, I don't think I met somebody from Paris. Okay, there was lots of tourists,
it's in Paris.
a lot of No. I'm just saying in
Oh,
general.
okay.
Lots of immigrants, lots of just not Parisians. They hate you. They don't want you to be there.
Yeah, I can only imagine how
The-
frustrating it must
The
be.
Italians do not want you to go visit Venice. But if you go, I'm pretty sure that that canal is going to be full of boats of people just doing the same thing, taking selfies. You're probably going to have to wait hours to get in there.
Yeah.
And it's probably
I
not
can
as
understand
pretty
that.
as you think it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm not holding up high hopes, but I at least wanted to visit it one day just to kind of witness it for myself. I'm not looking for the dazzling look that everybody's giving it. I just want to be able to kind of experience something else that's not familiar to me. And
A lot of travelers always debate on whether you should do the things that are popular or going off and
Yeah.
discovering a different country on your own terms in a more intimate way. So go have fun in Venice, but afterward take the time to go somewhere that isn't touristy and get to know Italy on a different level than what you can find online.
I wouldn't. That's kind of one thing of traveling. I don't want to just go there just because a lot of people go there. I want to be able to at least see what I want to be able to see rather than what other people have already seen. If I do wind up wanting to see something that people have already talked about for however many years now, I want to at least be able to see it without the need of having a phone on me. So that way I don't have to just record everything. I want to be able to experience it and have a more intimate experience with it. And I want to thank you for coming out today. It was a really fun conversation. It really did open up my eyes a little bit more on the places I wanted to visit.
Yay.
No, again, but thank you very much.
Traveling is one of the best things you can ever do for yourself, so go do it because you'll take it everywhere.
Thank you very much. This will conclude the TeenSpace podcast. Thank you for joining in.